Alright guys, welcome to the channel. We're going to be solving question 35 from the second chapter of the Beer&Johnston textbook, Engineering Mechanics. And we know that the angle alpha in this figure is 35 degrees, and we need to determine the resultant of the three forces. As we can see, we can start breaking down each of these forces to x and y component. We can call our x and y this direction. So let's start with the 100 Newton force. And let's find our fx and fy for each of these. So the 100 Newton force has positive x component because it will be in this direction and negative y. So our fx is positive, our fy is negative. So we have 100. Cosine of alpha is going to give us the x component since we have the angle with x-axis. So cosine would be our x component. Cosine of 35 degrees, and this will be 100. Sine of 35 degrees. Let's calculate each. So 100 cosine of 35, that's going to be 81.92 newtons. And we have 100 sine of 35, which is going to be negative 57.36. So we're going to do the same thing for the other two forces. Let's go with 150 newton. We have again fx, fy. And we're going to have the same thing. The x component is positive and y component is negative. So positive, negative, 150. In this time, we have cosine of alpha plus 30. So we're going to have 35 plus 30 degrees. And the sine would be, which is going to be 65. So let's calculate each of these two. 150 cosine of 65 is going to be our x, 63.39, and our y would be 150 sine of 65, 135.95. And the last force is the 200 Newton force, fx and fy. Let's see what we have for fx and fy. So this will be our fx negative, and fy is also negative. So we have both negative. 200, 200. We have the angle with the x-axis, which is the alpha, so cosine of 35 degrees, and sine of 35 degrees is going to be our y component, so both negative. So 200 cosine of 35 minus 163.83 Newton, and also 200 sine of 35, 114.72. So now that we have the x component of each, our resultant would be, if you want to show it in a vector form, the sum of all forces in x direction plus the sum of all forces in y direction. Basically, this would be our rx and this will be our ry. So let's find our rx. So we're going to have the x component of each, this one plus this one plus this. So we have 81.92 plus 63.39 minus 163.83. 3.83. So our x component or rx would be minus 18.52 Newton. And if you want to find ry, so for ry we have these three. So minus 57.36 minus 135.95 minus 114.72. So our ry would be minus 308.03. So that's our resultant in a vector format. So if you want to show our r at the end, we can see that they're both negative. So we have this one as our Rx and this one as our Ry. So this is Rx, this is Ry, and I'm showing in this direction because they are both negative. And this will be our R, which is the resultant of these two. If we want to find this angle, we can show it with theta. We basically have tangent of theta would be the opposite, which is this side, or Ry, over the adjacent, which is Rx, or our theta would be the tangent inverse of 308.03 divided by 18.52. Let's calculate this. So tangent inverse of 308.03 divided by 18.52. That's going to be 86.56 degrees. And also, if you want to find the magnitude of R, we have two ways we can do: either the square root of Rx squared plus Ry squared, or if you look at that right triangle that we've been looking to find the theta, if we look at this right triangle, we see that R cosine of theta is going to give us Rx. So our R in here is basically Rx, which was 18.52 divided by cosine of 86.56. So 18.52 divided by cosine of 86.56. That's going to be 308.65 Newton. And if we want to show our R as the final answer, we have 308.65 Newton. And the orientation was this angle that we called theta, and we got 86.56 degrees. So this will be the final answer for this question. Hope everything was clear. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and you guys take care. I'll see you in the next one.